Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey down-home country Red State Update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jockey's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And now, here they are, both of them.
Hey everybody, it's Jackie Bros on here.
Hey everybody, this is Dunlap the man on here with my friend Jockey 2.
No.
He runs Jockey's Market here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
I own it and run it because legally I have to. And don't call me Jockey 2 when I'm doing this. I'm off the clock right now. Somebody else up there working the cash register, you call them, well, they be called what they want to be called, because they wasn't in no damn well. But when I'm down here, you call me by my damn name.
You see, folks, Jackie used to own and operate a market here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, where he sold barbecue and some dusty groceries, and beer.
I am.
And then he lost that to some high-powered
it's just a way of the world. Don't have to go in the whole story. It ain't an original story if somebody lost a business.
He didn't have him, and then he lost all his money because he was mayor of Murfreesboro briefly, and he was paying businesses not to leave. And then he had to get a job. He come over here to his nemesis Jockey's store.
Well, beggars can't be choosers. You need to work. I got a sick wife to take care of, a family member. You take a job where you can get it.
And Jockey told me many times, he said, "Do you know how to take the measure of a man?" I said, "No." He said, "I do." And that's what I'm doing with Jackie Bros right now. I'm testing him.
Well, he ain't testing. Test somebody. That's the worst thing anybody can do. Him with cancer all in him. I'm going to test it. You don't test people. That's mistake. That's dishonesty right there is what that is. That ain't testing. That's the lying to someone to the face every damn day. I don't care how much you be filled up cancer from the top of your head to the littlest toe you got on you, and I don't care. You're still deceitful or whatever. Maybe that's why you got, good Lord saw fit to.
You shouldn't speak ill of the dead.
Well,
a lot of times I'd say, "Well, how'd he do today?" And he would say, Jackie, he would look at me and say, "You down here cussing him," and Jockey looked me in the face and say, "He did all right."
He cussed me every day, and I didn't say nothing about it. I wasn't in a position to. You have to do your job. You do your job. You look aside to that. You get mad or you get angry, but you realize you got to take that money home at the end of the week to eat or pay rent, whatever the hell it is, and you take it. But I tell you what, I wish he was still alive so he could cuss me every day. I'd take that over owning this last place, the worst place on earth. It's like, here you go, it's all yours. Here are the keys. Well, I don't want it. Hell, I still got this damn name tag on. Take this off.
Jockey 2.
Well, I have to wear it.
It says Jockey 2 on the name tag.
You got the lights on it on each end.
What is that song it plays?
I don't know what it plays. It's ding, ding, ding. That's all it sounds like to me. It's just a bunch of noise.
Every time somebody comes in and calls Jockey 2, his name tag sings a song.
Don't turn it off before I got in here. It's a battery. I remember to do that. I remember to take it off. As soon as you come in here, get out of that room, you pull that wire out the battery where it don't do that. You didn't say nothing about the battery in the wheel.
I think it's supposed to be. Do you remember that song, "Give Me That Ding"? I think it's supposed to be that song from the 70s. Give me that ding, give me that, give me that, give me that ding, give me that, give me that.
I don't know what it is. There's no song I ever heard.
It could just be dinging, so maybe I ain't. That was a popular song.
Yeah.
Give me that ding. You ever heard it?
If that's what comes out of the name tag, then I don't want to hear it again. Sick of it.
Look that up. Google it, people.
I don't want to talk about, look, we got a lot of stuff in the news that's awful enough that I got to talk about. Let's not talk about my damn awfulness that the Lord decided to curse me with.
Yeah, by giving you a store.
Well,
and a friend who had cancer and give you his store instead of donating it to his family or his other friends or
somebody
church.
that may have wanted it. Why don't you give something that you just give me a headache? All this paperwork, I got it now. Now, granted, I used to know how to run a store. I had a store for years, so it's not that much of a learning curve outside of the fact that deli thing.
Jackie hates the deli.
Well, it's nothing I like. I'll say it that way. You say it's racist or whatever, what kind of food
Sounds
it
like
is.
a dog whistle to me.
Well, whatever kind of dog you got, whistle for it, whatever. I don't like that food that it makes, and I don't know how to make it. Of course, why would I? Because I wouldn't eat it if I did make it. I know how to make barbecue. I know how to make barbecue beans. I know, slaw. That I know how to make. But no, sir, no. If you're going to have this store, no, sir, no.
I asked for a simple turkey avocado cubano sandwich.
Well, you go in there and make it. That's one place I don't mind you stealing from. I'm counting the bears, but you keep going out, Jockeys or Jackies, whatever it's called, even if it's the worst store on earth, you ought not steal. But you go in that deli, just make you a platter with all that stuff and walk around with it, eat it, and give it to everybody else in here. I don't know, maybe not have to restock it.
If he hadn't left you this store, you'd be down at Kroger right now wearing gloves to put fish sticks in the cooler.
Well, maybe I would be. But, to be quite honest with you, how much does that pay? Because that sounds like a much better damn job than what I got to do. Sit here, listen to this thing make a bunch of noise on my chest, lighten up, and people calling me something I don't want to be called, and having to sit here and work in a place I don't want to work. Now it ain't a job, it's a life. It's a life of misery. It used to be you come in, because a job you leave, you leave it there. You go work, you hate it, go home, and it's over with. You don't think about it. But when it's you own it now, that's everything. So he did it to me on purpose. I know he's laughing. But down in hell, him and the devil are laughing it up. Y'all enjoy it. I'm praying the good Lord to see me through and figure out how the hell it's going to work out. I got a lawyer working on it now. He ain't a Nashville lawyer, but it's the best I can do, and let's hope things work out. But we're going to see. But for now, I got to wear this. Sticker, pen, what that is. And the people call this, and I got to sit here and look at that deli. But we got stuff we got to talk. I'm going to do my sponsor now. I'm tired of talking about that. I'm going to do my sponsor, and then we'll do a damn news. That's what people want to hear about. They don't want to hear this mess I'm in. I got a good sponsor this week. Everybody loves good, if you don't eat deli, what do you want? You want a good hamburger. If it ain't a barbecue sandwich, you want a good hamburger. And I ain't talking like going through McDonald's or something like that. I'm talking about good hamburger. Like Wendy's Plus.
Good hamburger.
Wendy's Plus, not just Wendy's regular. Wendy's, better than Wendy's.
Is there a restaurant called Wendy's Plus?
If it should be, because I know what that is, yeah. If it's Wendy's Plus, extra taste or something, yeah.
So you telling me, is this just an idea you've sketched on the back of a matchbook, Wendy's Plus, or is this an actual restaurant you've seen driving down the interstate?
I ain't seen it down there. I'm just saying that's what it tastes better than.
I would go to Wendy's Plus in a heartbeat. Because Wendy's, first of all, Wendy's is one of the best hamburger fast food places.
Well, it's one of them, yeah. But
Dave Thomas was in there. He was slapping them fresh square patties together.
God rest your soul. I miss him.
And he was down there, and he just family man surrounded by pictures of his mascot daughter, and then putting them hamburger not under a heat lamp, not under any sort of mass-produced, just sold dead. He was like, "This is fresh. I cut these lettuce leaves off myself. Here's some hamburger."
He tell you, you can see him doing it, but it's nice of him to take the time to tell you. Yeah,
he tell you when you go through the drive-thru, he said, "I slice this damn tomato up. It's oozing seed water all over my fingers right now. Man, you get your taste buds ready, because you ain't gonna know what hit you." And if you're telling me that there's an idea somebody had for Wendy's Plus where you take that and you heighten it to the next level, shit, man.
Hey, It's a figure of speech. That ain't a real Wendy's Plus. I'm trying to say, well, listen.
So your sponsor is Wendy's Plus?
No, but it's something just as good. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, man.
And
shut up and take my money. That's what they say on the internet. They say, shut up and take my money.
Hamburgers, they got regular, double, and triples hamburgers. And you may want to look at that before you make an order, because I'm talking about this.
I want a triple.
Well, it's got regular, double, triple. That's your call where you go there and get, however you want it. And you can get either what they call skinny fries, crinkle fries, or tater tots. Either one of the three.
Can I get crinkle tots?
You can get them mixed up. Yeah, that's called it's called a crinkle. I can't remember. It's crinkle skinny tot or something. Yeah, crinkle skinny tot. That gets all of them.
All right, keep talking.
Well, ain't that enough? Well, you need to hear more.
All right, well, stop talking.
Well, I'm going to let me tell you where it is. Get down there and fill your mouth up and enjoy it. It's a good friend of mine, old Chris Finger. I've known him for years, a good man here in Murfreesboro. He was on the city council years and years ago, and he retired, but now always liked making back on the grill hamburgers, whatever it is. And old Chris Finger, so get down to Finger Burgers. We're talking good burgers.
Oh, okay.
What?
I was excited. I didn't know it was Finger Burgers, so.
What's that? Why
like
does it matter what
foods,
it's called? What does it matter what it's called?
It's like little hamburgers, they bring out at a fancy party, little finger foods.
No, it's a regular. That's his name, Chris Finger Burgers.
Like a cucumber sandwich?
No, nothing like it. No,
like a little crab cake?
They don't come out with, you get a little toothpick or something. No, it's a hamburger. It's just what it's called. It's Finger Burger.
Pardon me, sir. Would you care for a water chestnut with a bacon toothpick to it?
Well, it ain't that at all. No. They don't. I just told you. They got crinkle, skinny tots. They got
little ones that don't fill you up.
No, they just a regular
Finger Burgers.
No, Finger Burger. That's his name.
Finger Foods.
It's Chris Finger. No, Finger Foods, something else. That's not this. It's Finger Burgers. You ain't never had no Finger Burger. Go down there and you'll see.
Like a little.
You wouldn't be able to eat it. You said you want a triple. If it was one of those little things, you could probably do it. But no.
I want a big triple, not a little triple.
This one you wouldn't. That's what I'm about to say. This triple Finger Burger, you wouldn't be able to eat it all. I guarantee there'd be 2 bites left. You wouldn't be able to get down. You get most of it.
Last 2 bites. Mocking me.
Yeah.
That's happened to me before.
Well, it'll happen to you here. You don't got to worry about the size, is what I'm saying.
What if there was a Wendy's Plus Baconator? Like a bacon, you get that biggest Baconator, it was Wendy's Plus. Like, what would they even do to plus that up?
No, come down to Finger Burger, find out. Finger Burger. It's going to have all what you just said.
But you're saying that Finger Burger is little finger
foods.
No,
I'm not. I never said that.
Like at one fancy ladies' bridge party.
You don't listen. You run your mouth and you don't listen to what people say.
So you're saying this is like Brock's Bridge Mix?
It's called Finger Burgers. Chris Finger is his name. He got his name on his own business, like McDonald's. Whoever Ronald McDonald. When he opened that up, it's McDonald's. It don't make you. It ain't got nothing to do with clowns or anything. It's just a hamburger.
It does have something to do with clown. The clown is the mascot of McDonald's.
But the food don't.
The food is not clown food. Now, by clown food, I don't know if I mean food that's clown themed or food that clowns eat.
Oh, hell.
Because I think the food that clowns eat comes in a bottle. So let me get this straight, Jackie. Finger Burgers.
It's his Chris Finger. It's his damn name. The hamburger's regular size. I'd even go so far to say a little bit bigger than regular, almost.
I got it now. Finger Burgers.
Yeah.
Burgers. And there's animal fingers in it.
What? Animal? What the hell are you talking about? It's
Finger
beef.
Burgers.
It's beef. What do you mean animal fingers?
Well, I don't know. Why is it called Finger Burgers if there's not fingers in the burger?
Cow ain't got fingers. Cow got a hoof, and that hoof don't go in it. It's a beef. It's beef.
That was my question. Are they calling hoofs fingers, and they're putting the hoofs in the burgers?
No,
Well, what kind
You're
of animal
being
fingers?
stupid now. You just being stupid on purpose.
What kind of animal fingers are in this burger?
Well, we made them. First off, there ain't no animal fingers in it at all.
How many animals have fingers?
Well, there's monkeys.
Yep.
Raccoons.
Yeah, okay.
Lizard, I guess. That's
lizard. They got claws.
No,
you
see them. They put little thing when they dress a lizard up, put it in his hand. He'll close it up and hold it.
You thinking of the Far
with
Side?
The flag on or something.
That's a Far Side cartoon.
Oh, what?
Lizard fingers.
Lizard, you see them climb up the side of the cage or whatever. They got all 4 fingers coming through.
Third Far Side treasury was Revenge of the Lizard Fingers.
Right.
Listen.
But it ain't got none. It don't matter how many.
So you're saying that these hamburgers are as good as Wendy's Plus, which I find hard to believe, and are full of lizard fingers, raccoon fingers.
You're being stupid now.
And grinded up monkey fingers?
No.
That's horrible.
I never said
That's
any
like
of that.
damn goosebumps.
Listen, what did I say when I started off? I said Wendy's Plus. That's how good this. That's
you
what.
should have stopped talking.
No, you wouldn't know where to go to get it if I didn't say the name of it. It's finger burgers. Finger burgers. It's regular hamburger size.
Hold on. It's not finger foods.
No, I just told you that.
It doesn't have animals' fingers?
No, it don't have any animal fingers. That's stupid. No, it's a regular hamburger, beef burger.
Okay. It's a regular hamburger.
Yes.
Regular size.
It's just called finger burgers. Yes.
He fingers you while you eat it.
All right, shut your mouth. Just shut your mouth. This is not. Go down to. If you like, I'm not even talking to you anymore. Just,
you finger him.
Shut your mouth.
Shut
your damn mouth. I'll get up there and knock the hell out of you.
Does he finger the burger while you eat it?
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. He don't finger. Just shut your mouth. Finger burgers is as good as Wendy's. It's better than Wendy's. Regular.
Does he just leave his fingers in the patty for a little bit longer as he's making it?
What?
Like just sort of take a pause with his fat fingers in them patties.
It takes him just as long to make a hamburger patty as anybody else.
Sort of swish it around through that pink red meat.
Whatever he does extra to is what makes it taste so good, even though I don't think that's necessarily what it is. But whatever it does, let him do it.
It might be that he leaves his fingers in
just
them.
Shut your mouth. If he did, he's got a glove on. It don't matter. He got the. It's a sanitary place.
So he uses protection.
It's sanitary, is what I'm saying.
You're saying finger burgers is sanitary?
Yes, it's exactly what I'm saying.
Then maybe he should change the
They
name.
got single, they got double, they got triple burgers. They got skinny fries. They got crinkle fries. They got tater tots. So you can go crazy and get them all crinkle.
Can you get extra finger?
What?
Can you get it?
No, there ain't no fingers. There's nothing. Well, no, they got chicken fingers, but that's
chicken fingers.
That's something different though. It's not chicken.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that I can go down to Finger Burgers and get chicken fingers? I thought I was confused before.
It's something. They don't. Some people don't eat meat for whatever reasons, and they gotta eat the fish.
Meat.
But you know what I mean. Don't eat the cow. They'll eat fish or chicken or whatever.
Do they have fish fingers?
I don't know if I got it. I don't think I got it. They don't call it that. It's filet fish, whatever sandwich. They do have a fish sandwich. I don't think it has a name so much as finger burger.
Oh, another thing.
It's just a finger. You call it finger burger fish sandwich.
He could have shaped hamburgers into finger shape.
No.
Like red
shaped
meat.
just like regular damn hamburgers are. No, he didn't shape nothing. No, it's just a hamburger. It's a regular chicken finger, and it's a regular old filet chicken. It's finger burger, fish fillet. It's that, and the fries and the tater tots I told you about. That's it. It's good eating. It's good. It's better than fast food. Like I said, it's Wendy's Plus. It have nothing to do with fingers. That's just his name. That's it. None of the food got fingers in it. It's regular hamburgers, no fingers. Delicious. Go down. Nobody doing anything to you while you eating it either. It's finger burgers.
So that's finger burgers. We don't know what kind of food it is or what happens to you when you go there.
It's just regular hamburgers. Oh, so you go get.
It's pretty much an unknown at this point, but go down there and Christy Fingers?
I'm going to tell Chris Finger to come down here and get a hold of you and ask for his $25 back. I did what I was supposed to do. And I was supposed to do sponsor, and all you do is sit there and run something down.
Well, I'll be out there
pay
looking
you money.
for a Wendy's Plus, I'll tell you that. At Wendy's Plus, they finger you if you ask them to. That's my idea of a Wendy's Plus.
Shut your mouth.
Now, what he's doing down there sounds like he needs to learn a thing or two.
Quick, mind your business. If you don't want to go eat it, then nobody gives a damn what you think. It's a commercial. You say commercial. You don't sit there and talk about the commercial too damn hours.
That is probably a flaw in our podcast.
Yes, it certainly is. It most definitely is. It's a sponsor. I did the commercial. You run it down. Now go on. Move.
Jockey 2, I got a sponsor this week.
Shut your mouth.
That I think you are really going to like.
No.
How was your 420?
What?
How was your 420?
420, what?
April 20th was this week.
What day was April 20th? Which one was it?
April. It's all sort of a haze to me, but I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, maybe Tuesday.
Yeah, just like every other day.
One of the middle ones.
It wasn't better or worse.
Let me ask you this. Did you get high as fucking hell?
Shut your mouth. Hell no, I didn't. I don't do that. I don't waste my time getting high like an idiot. No.
Well, 420 is the national day to get high like an idiot, Jackie. I think
Obama did that.
Obama did that.
I'm pretty sure he did, yeah. I don't, but we'll see what Trump does about that.
Well, Jeff Sessions. Executive order, yeah. Well,
Jeff Sessions going to say that's got to go right there, right now. Jeff Sessions ain't going to stand for that.
Jackie, you and I are talking the same language. And you and Jeff Sessions especially are talking the same language since you hate fun as much as Jeff Sessions does. Jeff Sessions has been on my mind a lot lately as most folks that listen to this podcast know I'm the pastor of the Naked Church.
That's not a real church. That's not, no.
Well, it is now, Jackie, because we used to have it before and after services at Mount Shepherd Pastor Church. And last Easter Sunday, there was a little mix-up, and there was we would have an early service after the strippers got done at the club.
Oh, right.
And then we'd have a not as early service. And we'd have one in the afternoon after the parishioners left. And then we'd have one, follow up late at night. Just pretty much any time we could get into this church and take our clothes off and sit on a towel that I would rent to you. That's what we were doing. Last week they had an early Easter service at Mount Shepherd. Pastor and the pastor come in, and there was a lot of naked people, but we managed to convince about 60% of that church to stay and join forces, and now we got even more naked people sitting there and praising the God.
You don't mix it together. You could
getting closer to Jesus than you could ever imagine, because why would you want to keep an extra layer of clothing in between you and the good Lord, folks? Jeff Sessions is running the government now pretty much, and we all know he hates black people.
Well, that I don't agree with. That's wrong.
You don't agree that Jeff Sessions hates black people?
Well, I like it. He don't like marijuana. He and I agree on that. But
you don't like that he hates black people?
I don't like marijuana, but I like black people.
I don't think Jeff Sessions hates black people. I think he hates black people's freedom.
Well, he gets confused. He thinks of those two things at the same time, how he thinks. See?
I'm pretty sure Jeff Sessions likes black people who do exactly what he tells them to do.
Well,
but he also hates marijuana, and he also probably hates taking your clothes off in church. I haven't actually heard his position on that, but I'm just going to
Well, he shouldn't like it if it does something wrong with him. Nobody should like it. If you go to church, the last thing you don't go to church to say people take their clothes off. If you're going to do that, go to your booby shows or whatever it is. Go do that on the weekends. It's something. Some people just have to do that mess and just go do it and leave me the hell alone. But don't bring that. Don't bring no booby show in the church. That's sinful. It's disrespectful.
Jesus is in your heart, Jackie, and if I take my heart into a booby show, that means Jesus is in that booby show.
Hell no, don't.
So
if he's in there, he's trying to get you out and you ain't listening to him. So he
Jesus,
may be in there, but you
had-
ain't paying attention to him.
If they had booby shows in the Bible, that's where Jesus would have been. There would have been a whole book where he went down to the booby show and he found like a couple extra apostles. Maybe there was like a booby show DJ apostle that would have been there if they'd had them back in the day. Coming up to the stage now, welcome Mary Magdalene.
No, she was something else.
Put your hands together, folks.
Back in, I know Jesus would have gone there. Hopefully, he'd got everybody off of booby stage to come with him. All the women, come on this way.
Is there an indie movie where they have like a modern day Jesus and he goes to a strip club and finds Mary Magdalene?
Why?
That seems like something that would have played at Sundance in 1998.
I don't know what it is.
Stephen Dorff.
Won't be anywhere around anything like that.
It might exist. I'm not 100% sure.
I don't want anything like that to exist. I hope you're wrong. And I don't want no church that's calling itself a church, which it is a church. It is a real church. You shouldn't be in there. You ought not to be there. It's like I said, it's sacrilege and everything
now
else.
it was called Mount Shepherd Pastor Church, and now it's called Mount Naked Church. And the pastor of Mount Shepherd Pastor Church has agreed to co-pastor with me, although really he's sort of a VP, a vice pastor. And so he's doing all the work so much more so rather than the work. And I'm the idea man, and I kind of come out. Have you ever seen, like, there's a new book about Jim Jones? I've been reading that a lot, too, this week.
Jim Jones, that's awful. That's terrible. I remember that. Yeah.
But he had some good ideas, too.
Well, people liked him there for a while till they went crazy or whatever, but I guess he's
That's
crazy.
the way it always goes.
Yeah.
Once you go crazy,
and people just,
people forget about all your good ideas.
Well, you the one that messed that up, and that ain't their fault. If every good idea you ever had's out the window once you
tell everybody to kill themselves.
Yeah, pretty much that or something else. Yeah,
that's true. What you got to do is you got to keep it right below that part.
Even if it's a good idea, you say, remember old so-and-so, now this is a good idea, old so-and-so said it. And then somebody said, well, so-and-so also told us to all kill ourselves.
Yeah.
So that even if it's a good idea, that's right out the window.
There's a lot of lessons you can learn from Jim Jones, and that's definitely one of them.
Yeah.
So I pretty much just keep myself in and study it, and I come out, all naked when I have a good idea to impart to my parishioners.
Just
to my flock. And this week, it was on 420, maybe 419, possibly 421. And I was in there getting high as hell.
What?
And I was thinking about Jeff Sessions and Donald Trump and North Korea and how close we all are to the end times and how people trying to keep us from enjoying ourselves, which to me gets you closer to Jesus than anything else, just having fun. And there I was getting high as hell. And I was like, I feel close to Jesus right now because I'm so high.
Hey.
And I thought, well, shit. This is like something right out of the Bible. Like, who's that one in the Bible who I think he was mean and then he was on the road and maybe he was blind before and then he got to see, or maybe he could see.
That's Apostle Paul.
And then they zapped him and he couldn't see, and then he was like, oh, okay, Jesus. And then they zapped him again and he could see again. Is that how it goes?
It's something like that.
This is pretty much the same kind of moment as that. This was my moment. Sitting in there high, smoking pot, saying,
no, they don't. When you're high, you think everybody's talking to you, the Lord, everything else.
Oh,
high,
he was talking
drugs.
to me.
Oh,
he
no,
was pretty much.
Trust me, if the Lord's got something to say, the last person he's going to say it to is you. I tell you that right now.
It was like he was like you and me sitting here now, except without the podcast part, so better.
Wow.
So he said, Dunlap, you're doing good. You're getting people closer to me. You're getting them to take their clothes off. You're getting them to see that these are the end times, and it's all about enjoying yourself, being naked, losing the distraction of clothes, the distancing factor of clothes. And you done good, but I can't believe you, of all people, forgot about the high part. So I told the old pastor of Mount Shepherd Pastor Church, I said, did you change that sign to say Mount Naked Church yet? He said, yeah. I said, well, I got another order for you. Change it to say Mount Naked and High Church.
That's not church. That's just a bunch of people getting together, doing drugs and taking their clothes off. That don't got nothing to do with church. None of that does.
I don't know how you define church, but that's a pretty big. That's about 75% of how I define it now.
Well, not me. Shouldn't be. No.
Also, tax-free. Because we're a church.
Why?
So this is all pretty much tax-free. Of course, getting the pot in Tennessee is illegal, so it kind of was tax-free to begin with. Taking your clothes off don't cost nothing, so that's kind of tax-free. But like if we wanted to buy a printer,
right,
I think we can get that tax-free. But Susie, she owns an office supply store, so she said she'd bring us a printer. It won't cost us nothing.
What?
So what y'all want to do is come down here, toke up, take your clothes off. Now, you don't have to smoke pot, just like you don't have to take your clothes off. But
y'all not do neither, and if you're going to do either one of those, please don't do it in a damn church.
Come on down to Mount Naked and High Church.
Come on down and get get a ticket straight to hell.
There's a cross
when you don't know when the good
door.
Lord's going to take you. You don't know. You may think, well, I'll go have fun at Naked High Church or whatever it is for a little while, and then later on I'll get my mess together. Well, you could go have best time ever, whatever. That's what you like, getting high and take clothes off, and then on the way home, the train run right over your car. You dead as could be. You go straight to hell. You ain't got time. I'll do that later. That's what everybody does.
Listen, Jeff
like
Sessions,
you said, it's
is
about
that
the
you?
end of the world right now. You never know. A bomb go off, North Korea, anything. Yeah.
My last sermon was called "If You Get Hit by a Car or a bomb from North Korea on the way home, won't you feel better being naked and fucking
no? Watch your mouth. I'm not gonna hear it. No.
Listen.
The good Lord's going to remember. That's the last thing what did he do with his life? Well, he went there and he got killed. And then that's the end of it. You're going to be sorry about the next part after you dead and gone. Because if that's the way good Lord sees you go out, you going to suffer for it. And I don't want to see nobody suffer. I don't like it.
I don't either. And that's why we're down here getting closest to Jesus as you can get, folks. You want come on down here. Don't listen to the Jeff Sessions and the Jackie Brolses. I picture, because I'm a little high right now, a monster with two heads, and one head, maybe this is sort of a Book of Revelation vision I'm having right now. Maybe I'm seeing one of the monsters of the doom.
What?
Jesus probably putting this in my head right now.
Well, if you are, you in trouble.
Let me tell you.
They're here to get you.
I looked over to the west, and I seen a two-headed monster coming for me, and one of the heads looked like Jeff Sessions, and one of the heads looked like Jackie Broles, also known as Jockey 2.
Hey.
Put that up on a wanted poster, and underneath it say, these people trying to keep you from getting close to Jesus, keeping you from having fun, keeping you from taking clothes off, keeping you from getting high as hell.
And people going to do that no matter what. They're just not doing it in church is what I'm saying.
So my sponsor this week is Mount Naked High Church. I'm the pastor, a.k.a. cult leader Dunlap.
This
come down
drug
here.
dealer wants you to take your clothes off.
Cult
That's
leader,
all that is.
Drug dealer.
Yep.
Salvation dealer.
What?
I'm your salvation dealer. Come on down here, folks. We don't really have hours anymore. It's more like a hangout where everybody's naked and getting high, getting close to the good Lord. These are our final days, folks. Not final days for the church, final days to live as a human being on
All
earth.
the more reason to get you butt to real church. And
you can go to real church.
No.
And then come over here for the really real church.
No. Hey, everybody, this is Jackie Bros.
If you kept saying it, your name tag would have gone off.
I'll just shut your mouth. Now, I took a battery out of that. I told you I'd take a battery out.
Did you find the backup battery?
Backup battery. Wow.
Folks, what a week.
That's every week nowadays.
Yep, that's true.
Every week. What the hell happened now? Really? Well, all right.
A lot of folks having bad weeks that a lot of liberals hate. Bill O'Reilly.
You shouldn't gloat about that. Everybody should be glad if it was a real situation. It's awful. It's an awful situation. Gloating don't make it, any better except makes people feel good. And that goes for both sides, too. Both sides. You shouldn't be making jokes about old Bill O'Reilly. He got fired, which he should have if he was doing all those things. He ought not be working there. Now, I think Obama deserved to be fired, but he didn't get fired. He did his job, but unfortunately Trump won.
Wait, but Obama for sexually harassing women?
No. Listen, just a bad job for other reasons. I didn't want him to get fired for sexually harassing women. I'll give him credit there. He's a good Democrat as far as that's concerned. I'm just saying Trump's in there who's awful, and all he does is gloat. So you don't just want to make people mad all the time. Of course, he don't know how to. Of course, that's what he done his whole life. Why would he change it now? We don't need somebody like it in the White House. Who had to have what is it, the rock player.
Ted Nugent.
Ted Nugent and Sarah Palin and another one.
Kid Rock. All
in front of it. Now, yes, it's funny. But that's just gloating. I think that's just bad sportsmanship, especially if you won. So
people asking how'd they get in there? How dare Ted Nugent be in the White House with the president? What's the difference? But 3 years ago, there was basically no difference between Ted Nugent and Donald Trump. They were washed up, white douchebag. Trollmeisters.
Yeah.
Just on Twitter just making people mad.
Same thing, yeah. So yeah, it's ruined permanently. Basically, right? What we're saying is the White House. Anybody's not allowed either side. I can't believe he was there. Like, well, at one time I would have agreed with you, but.
This looked like something that would have been in Idiocracy. I would imagine Kid Rock would have been in Idiocracy, except they couldn't afford the cameo in the year 2000 or whenever it come out.
Man.
Now you can get Kid Rock in your movie pretty easy.
Was he in movies?
None to speak of yet, but soon.
Well, go be in movies and quit, if he's trying to be funny one way, but I don't think it was. I think it's just trying to be mean. And that, that's what some people do. I just think it should be above that, especially if you won. If you won, then hell,
Is Sarah Palin and Ted Nugent friends?
Hell, you would think so. They both kill things. They both hunt, right? Bow and arrow. So she kills wolves. He kills, wild boar.
All the rest of it.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody on Twitter made this joke, probably about 70,000 other people on Twitter, but was he there interviewing for like head of national parks?
Yeah.
Head of endangered species department? Is that probably on Twitter somebody made that. They phrased it better probably.
Yeah. I know Fred Thompson used to be funny on Twitter, God rest his soul. But, yeah, Twitter's was good for that. I liked getting on there for that.
Is Sarah Palin mad that she's been reduced to showing up with Kid Rock and Ted Nugent?
Well, she actually, this is something now, and I like Miss Sarah Palin till things seem to get rough with her personally, which I ain't going to discuss on here because I'm above that. But basically when she started allegedly doing drugs and things like that. And see, this is what makes me believe some of that. There may be truth to some of that. Because this woman
allegedly,
and I said that, this woman ran for vice president of this country. And now when she goes to the White House, that just basically just plays right into what they were saying about it to begin with. They all said, she just... If you get mad at people calling you white trash, you don't turn around and go, look at me doing it or being with it. And another thing she used to do all the time now, and she was right to do this, old Sarah Palin, see, bless her heart, but, I'll stand up for her when she deserves it, and people said a lot of stuff, bad stuff. people were saying, oh, Hillary, they're mad about women. People said some, rough things about old Sarah Palin and her family, her daughters and everything, of their personal situation. And she always stood up for herself, and she stood up for her family, which she should, and I agree with her on that. But that fella, the Nugent, the things he said about Hillary Clinton stuffing things inside of her and shooting her this way or that way, and I mean, you can't have both ways as far as I'm concerned. I'm a little disappointed in her. I'm gonna say it right now.
If you are mad at people for saying you're white trash, you shouldn't bring the Doritos to a Kid Rock tailgate party.
Yeah.
In the White House parking lot. Is this just redneck responsibility politics, though, Jackie? Are we telling people how to behave? Look, if you voted for Trump,
anybody. I think I know how people ought to behave.
Is this a redneck version of pull your pants up? Are we saying if you can't like Kid Rock no more?
You can like whatever you want. I ain't saying you shouldn't like us, not like. The one you talk about, the third one, he looked just high, didn't know where he was to begin with.
That might be true.
So I'm not that he deserves a pass on that. I'm just going to say. Now, you like whatever you want to like. But you don't talk about that way, as far as I was raised, you don't talk about that way about women, hurting them. No matter how much you dislike them, you don't do that sort of thing. I never thought in agreement with that. And he said things about, and I ain't no fan of Obama, Lord knows. But he said some things about him that I borderline just a little bit, almost like
racist.
Trump. Yeah, some of the stuff that his staff said.
Clannish.
Yeah, and that I don't like it. I don't think it's good. There's plenty of reasons to be mad at Obama. It shouldn't have nothing to do
with him being black.
Well, yeah.
There was a time people are outraged about this photo, which is basically just him making people mad. He was going to troll some people. Donald Trump was going to troll some people with a picture of Ted Nugent and Kid Rock in the White House. Let's troll some people, he said. It is a little worrisome that somebody in the Trump administration's job is to figure out a Ted Nugent photo shoot. When are we going to release the Ted Nugent photos? This is going to be funny. They must have like a trolling czar in the Trump White House. It may just be Trump himself. But when you are worried that the president has let white supremacists and actual Nazis, like with the Nazi salute and the let's kill Jews Nazis and Klansmen, Klansmen into the White House, into the administration, folks, Ted Nugent and Kid Rock is an amusing side note.
Yeah.
That's not even the biggest deal. Probably Jeff Sessions is probably Bannon. Is he still there? Where was he? Did he take that photo? I'd say he took that photo.
I would think so.
Is he the new White House photographer?
It may be. What you said about people doing that on computer, make people mad, rile them up. That's all that's what they did for a living.
He had a career as a documentarian, and people in film production, when the money dries up, they either got to go over and start making wedding videos, or they're like, well, I'm also a photographer. And so he's probably taking, just get Kid Rock here. I'll do some photos for you free. Test me out as White House photographer. Before you fire me, let's do some test shots. I'm going to call up the Nuge. I'm going to call up Kid Rock. Sarah Palin, who he made a whole movie about.
Well, they're probably friends.
Basically saying that people were unfair to Sarah Palin, and then she shows up with
Well, I didn't make them act like I'm outraged about anything. Nothing. This don't surprise me. It's just that's typical. What I was trying to say is both sides are bad about this. You gloating and whatnot, because everybody making jokes about Bill O'Reilly, and everybody. It's a horrible situation with women. I'm glad they were paid well. And Fox made the right decision. They didn't want to have that in a workplace. And I know he's the most famous one on there, and it was hard for them to do it. But they sent him packing, wrote him a check for how much? For $25, $30 million, something like that, dollars. So he made more, am I right, than the women that it bothered, right? Because that's $13 million compared to 25.
Divided.
13 million divided between. We don't know how many
20,
women.
30,
who
40
knows
women.
how many women?
Fox News basically sounds like the set of a Kid Rock video. I don't know if Kid Rock still makes music, but he might want to look into running the Fox News division.
Well, Roger Ailes evidently, and I never had a personal problem with either one of the I didn't know much about Robert Ailes. I knew he run Fox News, and I watch Fox News, certain shows on it, and I ain't against it or anything. But after all this come out, it's just nasty, and I loved old Gretchen Carson. I miss her on there. Bless her heart. That's what really hurt me when she left, and then right after she left, old Greta Van Susteren left. Now, I like Wallace, he's still on there, but that's it now.
I hope it don't come out that Chris Wallace was harassing.
I hope nobody. I hope they
hope nobody comes out. That's
right.
That may be my privilege. That my takeaway from this is I hope Chris Wallace is okay. But it would be gross if he was
that's kind of stuff gross anyway to me, no matter how you look at it.
You're right. It's gross, whatever. I don't want to be. Look, Chris Wallace, he's not the important. I hope everybody's okay and nobody else was getting harassed, although probably they were, and O'Reilly was just walking around. Gross.
Yeah. Well, good, but that's the thing. People are going to make liberals are thinking this is the funniest thing in the world and laughing and all. Now, also liberals, I think Republicans should be allowed, and I heard, no, you spoke because Trump likes him. Well, everybody knows I don't like Trump. Who's the crazy one? The one that...
Alex Jones.
This thing going on now. People are talking about this, and the liberals really enjoying this. Well, I am a Republican. I insist on enjoying that as well.
Kid Rock looking pretty good compared to the other folks having a bad week and the Trump administration.
When you walk through life like that, drunk, high, you don't know where you're going to go. You get in the car with Sarah Palin. I would, too. I don't know why I was trying to defend him, but, I don't know if I'd oppose him.
Sarah Palin is usually headed to a party, and so is Kid Rock, so they are good traveling partners.
Well, if he's young, won't have a good time, know how to do that sort of thing. That's fine. That's all power to you. Now, I might have done that if it was just me and Sarah Palin standing by the old Hillary Clinton, but I wouldn't say let nobody should be just mine to look at. I wouldn't want to share nobody else.
You had been stood in front of a portrait of Hillary Clinton, even though you endorsed her for the presidency.
Yeah. Well, Sarah Palin, I don't care about the high one or the Nugents. I don't care about any one of them. Don't want to say either one of them. Now, her... I've always liked Sarah Palin. Like I said, if I had a moment, first off, I had a moment, and that's where I had to meet her, stand in front of the picture, I'd lean over there and whisper in the ear, allegedly you need some help, and anything I can do for you and your family, whatever I can do, I'd have to do that because I want to help her, and I like her. I always have liked her.
And then you'd probably whisper a joke about Hillary Clinton to her.
Well, yeah, it may do that first to lighten the mood or whatever. Yeah.
And then, but if I'm here to help you get the help you need.
Well, yeah, I want to help. I don't want to help whoever
Allegedly.
I can. Yeah, especially people who fall from such heights as she has. And like I said, I have my own theories on that. I heard some things here, heard some things there. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, and she just doing this, and she'll come out later and say it was a joke or something. I don't know.
Another reason I'm mad at the Trump administration and the Republicans and the damn way things are in this world, and Ted Nugent himself. I can't, when Cat Scratch Fever comes on the radio, as it does, I think they're playing it now here in Murfreesboro every half hour.
Yeah. That's old loud guitar stuff. That's Nugent, right?
KDF music used to be back in the day. Let me tell you something.
I didn't like it.
I would turn it up and I'd say Cat Scratch Fever, and then he started being crazy and mean, and it was a little more enjoyable. And then it pushed the racial boundaries. And I'd be like, maybe I should turn this down, but I'd still listen to it. Come on, Ted Nugent, he's raising hell, right? And then it got worse and worse. I'd be like, shit, man, maybe I ought not to be like, but fuck Obama. But
hey,
I don't know if,
Jesus,
man, maybe I ought not to. And then slowly I'd be like, maybe I'll just see what's over here on the damn country station, which was always worse. So I'd go back to Ted Nugent, and then I'd start maybe leaving it on the country station. And then the damn, is that going to happen with Kid Rock now?
What?
When Kid Rock comes on the radio? I don't know what world that is.
Yeah.
Where Kid Rock comes on the radio, am I going to have to change that? Because I got all his records, though. I got all the CDs. I got a CD changer that's just dedicated to Kid Rock. Do I need to take that out of my car now?
How many CDs does he have?
Are you talking bootlegs too?
I don't know. First thing about it, I know I remember people liked him a long time. He had a cigar. I liked him when he had a little man with him, didn't he? Years ago, had a little man.
Listen, that's disrespectful.
How's that disrespectful? What a little person, what are you supposed to say?
No, he passed away.
But that's now. When after that happened, I just lost interest. I didn't, but I know
that
who it was.
That is a turning point. That is definitely a turning point.
You knew he's drinking, had a good time, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But he's a young man. He's entitled to do that. Everybody go sow some oats or whatever. But from what I understand, the little man, he got sick from it, though. He drank so much. He took a little man out there and got him sick on that stuff.
I think we could get Kid Rock back. I think if we had Kid Rock on this podcast, that we could talk to him and that we could make him see that, if Trump asked us to go to the White House, we might even still go. But I'd whisper in his ear like you would Sarah Palin.
Yeah,
I'd say, listen, you need to cool it on some of this stuff.
You ignorant SOB, piece of shit. That'd be hard for me. I don't know. I just a mere sight of him if I saw him in my presence.
I don't know.
I was up close to him for a minute or two, but back in I wasn't.
It was still half a joke.
He was, he was kind of funny.
It was a disturbing joke, but it was still kind of a joke.
Yeah.
I mean, we were starting to get worried. It was alarming. It was alarming, but it was one of them, like dark jokes. And now I don't even know what the joke is anymore.
No.
It's on us, I guess. Kid Rock's laughing. Ted Nugent's laughing. So I guess when Kid Rock comes on here, I'll get him to explain it to me. What the joke is.
Coming on here? I didn't know where's he from?
Detroit.
Oh,
that's another connection. They're all from Detroit, right?
Well, Sarah Palin.
The Motor City Madman. That's Ted Nugent.
Sarah Palin ain't from Detroit.
No, she's from Alaska.
That's up way up there. Yeah.
I don't know what the connection is with her.
I don't either.
She's liking the party, I guess. They like to party now. I don't mean to keep going. There's a lot of other stuff happened. Alex Jones, that's crazy, man. He's the conspiracy theorist, right?
Yeah.
With the gravelly voice. Takes his shirt
crazy.
off.
You showed him to me a few times. He's funny for about a minute, and then I start to hurt looking at him. I'm like, turn it off. And then I never seen him say some of his stuff, but I hear in the news that he said this or said that about Newtown children, and he did that picture where they got somebody out with a gun.
Cries.
Yeah. Cries.
He's the
Glenn
Vince
Beck used
Gill.
to do that. Glenn Beck used to do
Glenn
that all the
Beck
time.
would cry. Vince Gill cries.
Yeah.
So Alex Jones is the Vince Gill of conspiracy theorist radio hosts.
He cries all the time on him.
Cries all the time. Now Glenn Beck cries and doesn't like Trump, right? Is that the case? Now he's upset about the way the world is. He's against Trump, I think, when he cries. Alex Jones cries but likes Trump.
Yeah.
And Vince Gill cries but just has that flawless high voice.
Oh, he sings pretty. Yeah, that's beautiful voice he got. Yeah. Bless his heart.
George Jones' funeral, he cried.
Oh, good. Well,
everybody cried.
I cried. In hell.
I don't mean to mention George Jones, Kid Rock, and
don't put him in the same
Ted
breath
Nugent
of these for other people. Please don't do that. Just don't do it. No.
So, Alex Jones is trying to get custody of his kids. He asked the media to please treat him with the respect. And I ain't got nothing against Alex Jones' kids, but some people thought it was funny that he pushed the Newtown conspiracy theories that didn't really happen.
Yeah.
That person is asking people to respect his kids, but they got a tough road to hoe already. We don't necessarily need to make things worse for them.
Yeah.
But when he says things like chili makes him forget what grade they're in, like that's fair game, right? He doesn't mean for us not to talk about that.
No, you should talk about that, yeah, because that's crazy talk. That's something like, he's...
Or breakfast burritos and... Well, he said he's playing a character, so this is not... They're saying...
Well, anybody could have told you that. That's like wrestling. I mean, I like wrestling, but... When you showed me him scream, I knew that. Well, that's a wrestler right there who don't, he just sits and talks.
He's just a wrestler who's not in good shape.
Not at all. Yeah.
I guess my question is, has anybody, and this may be something people have brought up on Twitter. Again, I'm trying to stay off of Twitter because I don't need any Guardians of the Galaxy 2 spoilers. But has anybody seen his kids?
Whose?
Alex Jones' kids.
Hell no, I ain't.
Do we know for sure that he's actually got kids?
I know they in court. Who knows? They make him get up there like.
Who was he married to? He married to a woman? Is this a real woman that exists, or is she maybe one of them crisis actors?
I'm hard to see a real woman marrying that man. I don't
know.
That's
a crisis.
Yeah,
if I ever heard of one.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it, Jackie. That's a good point. Who would marry Alex Jones? It all sounds pretty far-fetched to me, and when you start connecting the dots.
It's just like he just doing a show or something, right?
It's a show.
Yeah.
Who's this judge? Who would sit in a courtroom and let Alex Jones yell at him, gravel-voiced, about breakfast burritos for 4 hours? These attorneys sound made up. The whole thing is pretty far-fetched, if you ask me.
And I don't. If he got anything to do with it, it's a good chance that it's just crazy talk.
So I'm gonna call bullshit on this whole thing.
Yeah, well.
There ain't no Alex Jones custody trial. Think about what you're saying. An Alex Jones custody trial?
That's not.
What? He got kids? Like some woman let him put his little gross Alex Jones dick in him?
Yeah, hey, I don't want to hear it like that.
No, that didn't happen. Is this the country that we live in where people walking around thinking that I can't believe this has happened to my America? That we're sitting here laughing and joking.
The fact that anybody would even be having a trial over the fact whether he should have children or not. That doesn't seem
how
like
does that even get to
how
trial?
How does that get to, how's it go that far?
Wake up, sheeplets. Is that right?
I don't trust him, yeah. This could all be what he called ruse something, man.
Yeah, follow the money. All right, what else happened this week? Alex Jones made up bullshit. Bill O'Reilly and he's going to make an announcement on his podcast, Jackie. I think
he does
tomorrow.
One of these?
I guess I didn't know that either.
Well, hell, half the people that watch him don't know how to work a computer.
That's the thing.
Nobody's gonna leave. Who's he saying that to? Who's reading it? Did he say it on TV? Go look at
I don't know. I overheard. If you do a TV show for 80-year-olds and you also have a podcast, that's going to be a poorly listened to podcast.
And I know I'm up there in age, and I don't know first thing about computers. He has to read me old Fred Thompson Twitters when I want to, get cheered up from a long time ago.
But now they're still kind of sad.
Well,
we're talking about a lot of people who've passed away.
Kid Rock's friend. We're all going to wind up there, yeah.
Sooner than later.
Yep.
All right, we're going to try to keep this short. We're going to try to keep this around an hour. So I'm just going to run through a few things. I'm just like word association, Jackie. I'm going to name some things that happened this week.
All right.
Bernie Sanders, Tom Perez Unity Tour.
Yeah.
Where
Unity.
It's supposed to be bringing people together, and then Bernie Sanders just keeps saying that he's not a Democrat.
Well, you talk about old people not knowing how to work a computer. How old is Bernie Sanders?
90-something?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
If you're trying to do a unity tour and you want people to stay on message, maybe don't make your brand manager a 90-year-old man.
Yeah, he's going to be talking about tuna salad or
Things are not going to stay on track.
Yeah.
You have an 87-year-old man trying to get your message out.
One day he'll be a Democrat, next day he'll be, it'll just go every which way. You don't know what's going to happen.
Just have him drive by and wave. Keep
him
in the car.
It's nice to him to get out and all, people scream
great.
and holler for him. That's good for him. I ain't got nothing against him like that. No, that's good.
He also has a podcast.
What?
He also has a podcast, the Bernie Sanders show.
What?
But now, see, that old man is liked by little children.
Well, those people listen to him know how to work the buttons on it.
Yes, those are the button pushers.
I guarantee you, though, he don't.
No.
He ain't sitting there doing it. No.
Bill O'Reilly, his fans are not the button pushers.
Yeah, there's some poor SOBs getting screamed at to hit the computer button to make it record. I guarantee you.
Bill O'Reilly does not understand. He's like, what happened? Are we done?
Who's listening to this?
What's the point? 100 days. Jackie, Trump's 100 days are coming up. He is saying 100 days don't matter.
Well, after he which is, he's right, because it don't matter. Evidently, you thought all this was going to happen, and you get in there, and it's like nothing happens. Like, this was a bunch of bull. He's learning it himself at the same time everybody else is.
I think the theme this week is nothing matters. It's all a ruse. Who knows what's real anymore? And even if it is real, it don't matter because we're all doomed.
Yeah, very much. Yeah.
100 days.
Yep, 100 days. Remember back of Trump's 100 days, and everybody said, "Oh yeah," and we thought it was bad then.
How long was Noah on the ark?
I forget. It's in the Bible.
Days?
30 days. When I asked about the world, 7 days to make.
7 days.
So it wouldn't. You think if it took 7 days to make the whole? If it takes 7 days to make a whole, with 30 days, 39, 6 a day, right? What was it? Trump
would be a bad Noah. Like, well, I don't know how long I'm supposed to be on here. It doesn't matter.
He wouldn't be around all them animals. What are you talking about? He'd be like the smell in here. No, he wouldn't have.
They said get 2. I'm gonna build the best boat. I'm gonna get 2 of every kind of animal, folks. It's gonna be great. 2 of every kind. Then the boat, it's got like a couple of chickens and like maybe a sick horse. It's like, it didn't matter. I got what I could find. It didn't matter.
I only wanted but one of these.
I didn't need I don't even know what that is. Like, well, I think God told you. You said you were gonna. Nah. I don't think you'll find that.
That was ridiculous. If anybody would back in, that was when you told me the word. That was just.
And then Noah's family is running around. They're the ones having to say, I mean, that's not really what he meant.
Yep.
Noah's just walking around. That may actually be, what the movie's like, right? That new Noah's Ark movie? It's just him drunk.
I didn't like it. No. Yeah, he's drunk in it or something. He's on drugs, drunk, everything else, I think. They get all the animals high on that. That's when I almost got up, walked out, and told somebody to go see it. Said, Jackie, you'd be good. Because everybody likes Noah.
That's everybody can agree that Noah is the best Bible story.
One of the best. Well, Jesus is best. It's harder to get through, and it's got a sad ending, but then real happy. But Noah, they got animals and all them. But in that movie, Russ Crowe get all them animals in there, and they lit something on fire and smoke, put all the animals, made them all high to sleep. That's cheating, and the good Lord sees through that Noah. If that Noah's going to cheat like that, I ain't going to deal with all these animals squawking and kicking. And, real Noah had to do that. He went there and tried to calm them down during the store. He went from animal to animal, like, you sit with this one, this one. Old Russell Crowe just get them all high.
Sound like Trump to me. Except Jeff Sessions would never sit still for.
No, hell no. He don't like that, no. That are black people. Does not like, no.
Georgia race. Democrat did not win.
No.
Ossoff.
He got a long road to hold, as I say.
Now they got to go up against the Republican woman.
That poor woman who don't want to have nothing to do with Trump. Don't like him at all. And how's that make her feel? He's on the Twitters saying, I'm glad I could help with anything I can do, and this woman don't want it. She's going to make a lot of people. Come 2018, the last person you're going to be wanting to tweet your name and say anything I can do, whatever I can do to help is going to be the president. I'm going to tell you right now.
But he's going to be like drunk dialing, except he don't drink, so just like narcissism dialing.
Yep.
Just doing robocall. He's going to have somebody come in there and install a robocall machine, and he's going to do robocalls whether you want him to or not. I guess that's Twitter. It's like a robocall, except you don't have to pick up a phone.
Yeah. Well, you pick up your phone, but you don't talk in it, right?
Here, this woman, how it works? Yeah, you have to pick up the phone.
Yeah, but you don't talk in it.
You don't talk.
But
you can hit the thing, and he probably does some of that where you hit the little microphone and it talks. You talk at it. Listen, this woman wants people to know that she hates the Susan Komen Foundation and she hates abortion, but leave the Trump stuff out.
Yeah. That's enough. She's got enough. She don't need to be quite honest. She don't, if Trump is a negative these days, you got to stick with the good stuff, and you just go with the abortion. Yeah.
French election. I think the racist one.
It didn't win. They're gonna have runoff.
Another runoff, right? Like Georgia. France is a lot like Georgia.
Yeah, they're similar. Yeah.
They're gonna try to health care again.
Well, they ain't, but if they won't say it, yeah.
He lost the aircraft carrier. He said the aircraft carrier was heading to Korea.
Got lost, yeah.
And it wasn't really. Did he know or he didn't know?
He
They don't
know.
care.
He don't know and don't care the first thing about any of this. He went on with yesterday. Went in what Purple Heart. He leaned over. I heard about this. I wanted to be here. That poor man just insulted the injury. And they put that. What was the brave soldier's name? I wrote it down, didn't we? I can't.
It was Alvaro. Wait, hold on. I had it.
We're going to find this man's name because I don't want to talk about it without saying the man's name. He got a Purple Heart in Afghanistan, I believe. But
Alvaro Barrientos.
Well, we thank him for his service. And then Trump congratulated him. And of course, he don't know the first thing about, the service. The Bone Spurs kept him. He don't know anything about it. The only thing he knows about Purple Heart is somebody gave him one, and he was dumb enough to say after the man, "Oh, I always wanted one of these." What, do you want to lose your arm? You want to get shot? Hell no, you don't. If you wanted to do that, you might have, served a little bit.
Some gave all. Trump took a lot of shit and blundered into the White House.
But yeah, you don't.
By appealing to people's worst qualities.
You don't congratulate a man for getting hurt. You don't do that. You thank him for his service and you honor him, but you don't congratulate him.
He went to Walter Reed. Everybody looked a little uncomfortable during
Well, hell yes. Anybody around him is going to be uncomfortable.
Trump is amazing at making everything about himself.
Yep.
How he won. But
well, that's the reason I want you to find that man's name. I didn't memorize. I should have.
Yep. Well, you just about as bad as Trump.
Well, I can't remember. I'm up there in age, too. It's hard to remember names and, yeah.
Science March.
What is it?
Scientists got mad. Trump. Yeah. They went out and marched.
Everybody's going to be marching all the time for this. I ain't going to be able to keep up with it. Good for them. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. But I'm going to lose track of that.
And Jeff Sessions, I guess, is...
he made Hawaii mad.
He made Hawaii mad. Said just some judge on some island, Hawaii got mad. It takes a lot to get Hawaii mad. They're pretty chill.
Yeah. Oh, surfing, getting high, things like that. That's where Obama come from.
He said, don't nobody have a sense of humor anymore. Nobody has a sense of humor anymore. That's what he's going to be. Because it's not a joke.
You're not used to the Attorney General running states down.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, it's that we didn't know it's supposed to be funny, but it's not, and I don't. Yeah, leave that to old Ronda Dangerfields.
I got another joke y'all gonna like. It's about a bunch of what's the term these days? People of color.
Yeah.
Walked into a bar. Yeah. People like.
Don't nobody think it's funny. Yeah.
People nobody laughed the last time I told remind me what the phrase is again. People of color. I told a real funny people of color joke the other day. Nobody laughed. Anyway, so Jeff Sessions, sanctuary cities, they're going to withhold funding from the police. That doesn't make any sense.
No.
If they're going to harbor all these criminals, we're going to take all the money away from the police. Also, we may crack down on their pot stores.
Yep.
Well, I always thought, once people started legalizing pot, you couldn't put that pot genie back in the bottle. But all Trump administration wants to do is put genies back in bottles.
That's what they want to do, yeah.
They're like the opposite of Aladdin. But it's still kind of racist.
Well, let's see what happens. Yeah.
Dreamers shipping Dreamer kids out. Said Mexico's going to pay for the wall one way or another. He just says a lot of he's kind of like Trump. He comes out and says a lot of ominous shit. You're like, they ain't going to do that. Can they do that? But with Trump, we've kind of learned that they can't do it.
But he runs the law.
So that's scary. Every 70s mirrored sunglasses sheriff chasing a trucker is Jeff Sessions. I think that's all the news, Jackie. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
No. I got to turn this off, get back upstairs.
We only went 10 minutes over an hour. Nobody said do an hour. It's just in our head. The podcast.
Yeah, people don't want. I don't know why they won't listen to it that.
How long do you think Bernie Sanders' podcast is?
Hell, I don't know, and I don't want to find out.
Link.
5 minutes, it will seem like 3 damn hours to me.
Probably just like how long is Bernie Sanders' podcast? Till he wanders off. Bill O'Reilly's podcast. What is that? Is there an actual Bill O'Reilly podcast?
Hell, I don't know.
I guess we need to look it up. Man, old people. You know something's nearly over when the old people start doing it.
Yeah.
We need to find out what's next. Snapchat?
What is it?
I think that's even like
I can't do anything. If there's something newer than this, and I don't want to know what it is. What are people going to watch on Fox News now?
Oh, Tucker Carlson.
No, they're not. Who's going to watch him?